long before the Galactic Empire stretched across the stars, before the Jedi were hunted to near extinction, and before Darth Vader struck fear into the hearts of the galaxy, there was a man named Sheev Palpatine, born on the peaceful world of Naboo. He appeared to be nothing more than an intelligent and ambitious young noble. His calm smile concealed a ruthless mind, and his destiny would forever reshape the galaxy. Palpatine was discovered by the Sith Lord Darth Plagueis the Wise, a master who had spent decades studying the deepest mysteries of the dark side. Plagueis believed the Force itself could be manipulated to create life, and perhaps even prevent death. Recognizing extraordinary potential within the young man, he took Palpatine as his apprentice, giving him the Sith name Darth Sidious. Under Plagueis, Sidious learned that true power was not found through anger alone, but through patience, manipulation, and absolute control. The Sith had survived for nearly 1,000 years by remaining hidden. Their greatest weapon was secrecy. While the Jedi believed the Sith had vanished forever, Sidious quietly prepared for the moment they would return. As the years passed, Sidious surpassed his master in every way. Though Plagueis believed he had unlocked the secret to conquering death, he failed to recognize the greatest lesson of the rule of two. Every apprentice eventually becomes stronger than the master. One night, after celebrating Palpatine's growing political success, Darth Plagueis lowered his guard. Sidious seized the opportunity without hesitation or mercy. He murdered his sleeping master, claiming the mantle of Dark Lord of the Sith. The apprentice had fulfilled the ancient tradition. From that moment forward, Darth Sidious alone carried the 1,000-year plan of the Sith. Unlike the Sith Lords before him, Sidious understood that conquering the galaxy through open war would end in failure. Instead, he chose politics as his battlefield. While maintaining the appearance of a humble servant of the Republic, he climbed steadily through the ranks of government until he was elected Supreme Chancellor. To the Senate, he was a respected leader. To the Jedi, he appeared trustworthy. No one suspected that the greatest enemy of the Republic sat only steps away from them. But Sidious required chaos to complete his plan. He recruited the fallen Jedi Count Dooku, now known as Darth Tyrannus, as his apprentice secretly. Sidious ordered Dooku to unite thousands of star systems into the Separatist Alliance. Publicly, Chancellor Palpatine promised to defend the Republic secretly. Darth Sidious controlled both governments. Every battle, every negotiation, every military defeat unfolded exactly as Sidious intended. The Clone Wars were never meant to have winners. They were designed to exhaust the Republic, weaken the Jedi, and convince billions of citizens to surrender their freedoms in exchange for security. The Jedi believed they were protecting peace, but every victory brought Sidious closer to absolute power. They unknowingly became generals in the very war that would destroy them. Yet one final piece remained. A young Jedi named Anakin Skywalker. The Force flowed through Anakin more powerfully than any Jedi in generations. Sidious understood that if he could corrupt the Chosen One, the Jedi Order would lose both its greatest champion and gain its greatest enemy. Rather than tempting Anakin with riches or authority, Sidious targeted his deepest fear: loss. He spoke often of the dark side's ability to achieve abilities the Jedi considered impossible. He planted seeds of doubt about the Jedi Council, convincing Anakin that they neither trusted nor respected him. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, Anakin's faith began to crumble. Then came the visions. Anakin dreamed repeatedly of his wife, Padme Amidala, dying in childbirth. Terrified of losing the woman he loved, he searched desperately for answers. Sidious exploited every fear, hinting that only the dark side possessed the power to prevent death itself. When Jedi Master Mace Windu finally confronted Chancellor Palpatine, the mask fell away. Sidious revealed himself as the Dark Lord the Jedi had searched for throughout the Clone Wars. His office erupted into violence as crimson lightsabers clashed against Sith fury. The battle
would determine the fate of the Republic itself. The battle would determine the fate of the Republic itself.
As Mace Windu gained the upper hand, Darth Sidious appeared defeated. His face had become twisted by his own Force lightning. Yet his apparent weakness concealed one final deception. Just as Windu prepared to strike the killing blow, Anakin Skywalker arrived. Sidious pleaded for help, claiming the Jedi were attempting to seize control of the Republic, torn between loyalty to the Jedi and fear of losing Padme. Anakin made the decision that would change history forever. He severed Windu's hand, allowing Sidious to unleash torrents of Force lightning that hurled the Jedi Master to his death. At that moment, Anakin became Darth Vader. Sidious wasted no time across the galaxy. He transmitted a simple command to every clone commander.
Execute Order 66.
Without warning, clone troopers turned their weapons on the Jedi they had served beside for years. On distant worlds, thousands of Jedi were betrayed and killed within moments. The ancient Jedi Order collapsed in a single day. Sidious sent Darth Vader to the Jedi Temple, where the newly fallen Sith slaughtered defenders and extinguished the remaining hope of the Order across the galaxy. Fear replaced freedom. Standing before the Galactic Senate, Chancellor Palpatine declared that the Republic had failed to ensure security and stability. He announced its reorganization into the First Galactic Empire. Thunderous applause echoed throughout the chamber as democracy quietly disappeared. Now crowned Emperor, Darth Sidious ruled through overwhelming military strength. Massive star destroyers patrolled countless worlds. Entire systems lived beneath the shadow of Imperial rule to enforce his will. Sidious created the Inquisitors, dark side hunters tasked with finding the few Jedi who had survived. Order 66. Years later, construction began on the Death Star, a battle station capable of destroying entire planets with a single blast. It became the ultimate symbol of Imperial power. Sidious believed fear would forever keep the galaxy obedient. Yet rebellion slowly grew. Hidden cells united into the Rebel Alliance, refusing to surrender despite impossible odds. Among them was Luke Skywalker, the son of Darth Vader. Sidious sensed Luke's extraordinary connection to the Force and devised a new plan. Just as he had corrupted Vader, he would now turn Luke into his next apprentice. Aboard the second Death Star above Endor, the Emperor tempted Luke with hatred and anger. He wanted Luke to strike him down, completing his journey to the dark side. But Luke refused. Enraged, Sidious unleashed devastating Force lightning upon the young Jedi. As Luke cried out in agony, Darth Vader watched silently beside his master. The Emperor believed Vader had become nothing more than a servant. He was wrong. Deep within Vader, the love for his son still survived. In one final act of redemption, Vader lifted Darth Sidious into the air and hurled him down the reactor shaft. The Dark Lord vanished in a massive explosion of dark side energy as the Death Star itself exploded over Endor. For many years, the galaxy believed the Emperor had finally died. But Darth Sidious had prepared for death long before it came. On the hidden Sith world of Exegol, loyal followers preserved clone bodies and ancient Sith rituals, allowing Sidious's spirit to survive. His new body was weak and decaying, sustained only through machines and forbidden knowledge. Even in death, the Dark Lord refused to surrender. From the shadows, he built the Final Order, an enormous hidden fleet of planet-destroying star destroyers. His vision was simple: reclaim the galaxy and establish an empire that would never fall again. Standing against him was Rey, a powerful Force user descended from Sidious's own bloodline. The Emperor sought to possess her body and continue the Sith legacy, but Rey chose the light. Drawing strength from generations of Jedi who came before, she faced the Dark Lord one final time. Sidious unleashed all the power of the dark side, filling the skies of Exegol with devastating Force lightning. Rey stood firm, raising two lightsabers to reflect the Emperor's own power back upon him. The energy overwhelmed Darth Sidious, consumed by the very darkness he had mastered for decades. The last Dark Lord of the Sith was destroyed. Thus ended the 1,000-year plan begun by Darth Bane. Darth Sidious had conquered the Republic without a single invasion, destroyed the Jedi through deception instead of conquest, ruled the galaxy through fear, and came closer than any Sith before him to achieve an absolute domination. Though his empire crumbled, his legacy remains one of the greatest tales of power, manipulation, and ambition ever told in the history of the Star Wars galaxy.